June 28, 1914. A gunshot in a distant Balkan city ignited a global war. But who pulled the trigger and why? He defied tradition by marrying Sophie, a woman of lower noble rank. A scandal that humiliated the Habsburg dynasty. In Bosnia, resentment was even deeper. To Slavic nationalists, he was the face of foreign rule. And ironically, his support for granting more autonomy to Slavs made hardliners in Vienna hate him even more. Franz Ferdinand was isolated, reviled by the empire he was meant to rule and feared by those he hoped to appease. Gavrilo Princip was 19, a Serb nationalist, part of a secret group called the Black Hand. To him, Franz Ferdinand symbolized oppression. And June 28, Vidovdan, a sacred Serbian day, was the moment to strike. June 28, 1914. Franz Ferdinand and Sophie arrived in Sarajevo for a state visit. It was meant to showcase imperial presence. On a date sacred to Serbs, no less. As their motorcade moved along the river, a conspirator threw a bomb at their car. The bomb bounced off the folded convertible roof and exploded under the next vehicle, injuring several officers. Franz Ferdinand was unharmed but shaken. He insisted on continuing the schedule and visiting the wounded in the hospital. Later that day, Franz Ferdinand changed his route to visit the hospital. But the driver, unaware of the change, made a wrong turn onto Franz Joseph Street. As he stopped to reverse, the car stalled. By pure coincidence, Gavrilo Princip was standing at that corner. He had gone to buy a sandwich, having thought the attempt had failed. Now, the Archduke was right in front of him. Princip stepped forward and fired 2 shots. One at Franz Ferdinand's neck, the other at Sophie's abdomen. They died minutes later. The world paused, then exploded. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia. Alliances activated. Warnings ignored. Within weeks, Europe plunged into World War I. One assassination had triggered a war that would claim over 16 million lives. History turns on small hinges. What if the driver had known the new route? What if the car hadn't stalled? Princip wouldn't have had a second chance. And what if Franz Ferdinand had died that morning in the bombing? Ironically, his survival helped escalate the crisis. Austria used the assassination to justify war. Had he died in a bomb blast, the narrative might have been terrorist chaos, not a targeted political assassination. Perhaps there would have been outrage, but not a world war. Franz Ferdinand is long buried, and Princip died young in prison. But their brief encounter on a street in Sarajevo shaped the 20th century. It began with 2 lives and ended with millions lost. This wasn't just a murder. It was the ignition of modern war. And history never forgot the echo of those 2 shots.